Hello students, now we'll see a topic from the second chapter, that is electrostatic potential and capacitance. The topic here is potential energy in an external field. Students, you find it is very easy to calculate the potential energy when there is no field. Now here one addition is that, what is that? That is an external field is present. So first we'll see for a single charge. Okay, now see, we have taken a charge q which is present in an external field. And what is that external field? I will use now E as the external field. That means the charge is already present in an external field E. Let us know more about the external field. Okay, so charge q is kept in an external field E. Now what is the external field? The external field is not produced by the given charge. We know, students, whenever there is a charge, this charge creates a field around itself. And what is that field? That field is called electric field. So whenever a charge is present around the charge, always electric fields are produced. But this external field is not produced due to the charge which is present at this position. Then what is the source of the external field? So we need not to know about the sources of the external field. What is the source? Who is producing this external field? We need not to worry about that. What we should know about the external field? We should know about the external field. That is two things we should know. What are the two things? What is the electric field produced by the external field? That is E. And what is the electrostatic potential? That is V, which is produced by the external force. That should be known to us. Okay. Next, how we can ignore the electric field which is present or which is produced due to this charge q around itself. How we can ignore? We can only ignore the electric field which is produced around the charge q if q is so small that it doesn't affect the source. That means if the magnitude of charge q is too small that it produces very weak electric field around itself, then it will be negligible, okay, in terms of external field. And if q is finite, that means if q is a charge having larger magnitude, that is q is finite, then how we can show the impact of the external field on q? That means very strong source far away from infinity produce a finite field E. That means now a very strong source is producing the external field. Okay, so we can ignore the electric field produced due to the charge q. That means here you remember one thing, that external field is so strong that it overcomes the electric field of the given charge. Now what we need to calculate? We need to calculate the potential energy of a given charge q. That means when we will bring this charge q from infinity to this point, how much work is needed to be done, that we will calculate. And that work is stored in the form of potential energy of the charge q. So how much work we will be doing, that will calculate. Student, for that a very easy formula we are having. We already know the sequence of the English alphabet. That means U, V, W, X, Y, Z. After V, W will come. So the formula goes like this: V equal to W by Q. That is, V is the potential here, W is the work done, Q is the charge. From this equation, by cross multiplying, we can write W equal to Q into V. That means work done is the product of charge and its potential. Now what is the charge here? You have to remember. If you remember this well, then all the other formulas will be easy. Here the Q is the charge on which work is done. Okay, remember, Q is the charge on which work is done. And what is V? V is the potential produced by the field. Here the field may be external or the field may be produced due to other charge if already there is a charge present here. So here, as there is no charge present previously, we are having only external field. So here potential is produced by the external field. So what will be the work done here? Here I am defining the work done. W is the work done in bringing a charge Q this charge q from infinity to the point P in external field E. So here we are having only external field, so the potential will be due to the external field. And what is the charge here? The charge here is q. Okay, so this work done is stored in the form of potential energy of q. It is stored in the form of potential energy, and whose potential energy? Potential energy of q. So we can write potential energy of q at a point r. What is this r vector? This is nothing, this is just the distance from a specified origin. Okay, for example, if we'll take a origin here, we are bringing a charge from infinity to any particular point, and the position vector of that point is r. Okay, what is the work done? Work done, I told you, W equal to q into V. Q, what is the charge here? The charge here is q. What is V here? V is produced due to the external field, so we have written V at a point r, because this potential is, it depends on the position of the charge. So here the charge is brought to a distance of r, so we are writing W equal to q into Vr. Here V is the external potential at the position r. Okay students, now you understood for a single charge. Let's go to the system of two charges. Now we are having two charges. One is q1 having position vector r1 and q2 having position vector r2. So how will bring the charges? We'll bring the charges one by one. First we'll bring the first charge, that is q1. When q1 is brought, see here what is present here, only external electric field is present. As only external electric field is present, we have to do work against this external electric field. And what is that work done? So I have written here W equal to q into V. So W equal to q. What is the charge that I am bringing? I am bringing a charge q1 from infinity to this point r1. R1 is the distance from the specified origin, here O. So what charge I am bringing from infinity? I am bringing charge q1 from infinity. So in place of charge q, I will write here q1. Now what is the potential present here? There was no charge earlier. What was present? Only the electric field due to the external field it is present, that is E. So here the potential is due to the electric field, external electric field, and I have written that V R1, that means potential at the point R1. So first work done to bring the charge Q1 from infinity to the point R1 is W1 equal to Q1 V R1. Second, what will bring? Now will bring the second charge Q2. When we are bringing the second charge Q2, we have two problems. We have to do work done against two field. What are they? First, we have to do work done against the electrostatic field which was present earlier, that is the external field E. And secondly, already there is a charge present. First we brought the charge Q1 to this point R1. So already there is a charge. So we have two things. We have to do work done against two. What is that? Against Q1 and against electrostatic field E. Let us calculate the work done one by one. That is first for Q1 and second for electrostatic field E. See the diagram clearly. Here O is the origin I have taken. Q1 is the charge at R1 and Q2 is the charge at distance R2. And what is the distance between the charges Q1 and Q2? It is R12. So first we will calculate the work done against the external electric field E. Again it is very easy. W equal to Q into V. What is Q here? What we are bringing from infinity? We are bringing Q2 from infinity. So in place of Q we will write Q2. Now what is the potential here? Here the potential is due to the external electric field. So what is the potential due to external electric field? It is V. Okay, and at what position we are bringing? We are bringing it to a position of R2. So it is V R2. That means potential at a position R2. Now we will calculate the work done against charge Q1. That means already previously there was a charge Q1. So it is having its own electric field around itself. Okay, along with it is having its own potential around itself. So when we are bringing Q2, now we have to do work against Q1. So Q1 is producing its own potential around itself. And what is the magnitude of Q1? Okay, magnitude of Q1. And what is the magnitude of the potential which the charge Q1 is producing? We already know that when there is a charge Q1, the potential produced at a distance. What is the distance here? The distance is R12. So potential produced at a distance r12 from the charge q1 is q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r12. Okay. So this already you have learned, that is the potential at a distance r is q by 4 pi epsilon naught r. So what is r here? R is the distance between q1 and q2, that means we are calculating the potential at a point r2. So it is r12. Now what is the charge here? The potential is produced due to the charge q1, so it is q1 by 4 pi epsilon r12. So what is the work done? Again it is very easy, w equal to q into v. What is q here? We are bringing charge q2 from infinity, so in place of q we will write q2. And what is v here? Potential is produced due to the charge q1. And what is the potential produced? The potential produces q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught r12. So by multiplying we can write q1 q2 4 pi epsilon r12. So what is the what is the work done on q2 against the two fields? What are the two fields? One is external field and one is due to q1. Okay, we will add these two, that is q2 vr2 plus q1 q2 4 pi epsilon naught r12. So now we will calculate the total potential energy of the system. That means the total potential energy of the system is total work done in assembling the configuration. What is the configuration? Now we have two charges. Okay, this is the configuration. And what is the total work done? First, work done in bringing charge q1 from infinity to r1. Second, work done in bringing charge q2 from infinity to r2. Okay, against the two field. What are the two field? One is external field and one is due to q1, which is already present before q2 comes. So total potential energy is the sum of all the work done, that is q1 vr1 plus q2 vr2 plus q1 q2 4 pi epsilon naught r12. This is the expression for potential energy of a system of two charges in an external field.